I enjoyed the Alfa family from the day I started to work with them.
The Alfa family has been something I've known since I was born. My grandfather started working for the company when my dad was young, and then my father started working for the company. My dad and my grandfather have always been very, very compassionate people and have always had a love for their policyholders and a love for helping people.
I guess it was a gene that was in me. My parents were both very caring people.
It makes me proud as a daughter and a granddaughter because I never have to worry that somebody's going to call me and say, oh, I was upset the way this was handled or that was handled. They will go above and beyond to make sure that things are done right.
When Phil started, it was a beautiful moment for me. He's a little slow to begin with, but he picked up speed there. I encouraged him to come and work with us because I knew if he followed what I was doing, he'd be successful.
I knew I had the right job when I delivered the first check to a lady when her husband had died.
It makes you feel real wonderful. You know you've done something good for the family.
I just remember the look on the lady's face, and that's just something that, has just stayed with you.
When your customers are also your friends, to see people that you've had insured for years and people that are your friends lose things is very difficult.
When the storms come through, to me, that's when Alfa shines.
Well, when I handed them the check, I'd see them become real emotional. A lot of times they'd cry, and they couldn't talk or anything, and they'd shake hands with me real firmly. And it made it real simple to me that I was doing what I needed to do for them.
In the insurance business, to me, the three most important things are trust, local service, and doing what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it.
Growing up and seeing that in your father and in your grandfather, and them teaching me the same values, it was a no-brainer for me to become a part of that and to fit in and jump into that role. It had been part of my life since birth.
She's a cash disbursements manager, and she does an excellent job, don't you, Lauren?
I think so. I hope so.
I know she does.
My daughter fits the Alfa mold because she has a good work ethic. She has a strong belief in what's right and wrong, and it's hard to go wrong with those two things.
I would tell anyone that Alfa is a company that you can depend on, that my dad and my grandfather are Alfa. When you see them, that's the face of Alfa, and they're dependable people, and when you're in a time of need, that's what you are relying on.
That's the way I was raised, and that's the way I was taught, and that's the Alfa way. That's what we do.